What's good with you people? Louthewritersports back with you once again. Hope everybody taking care of themselves, staying safe out there, basically living their lives. All right, let's get started because I'm fucking pissed off. I'm pissed off right now. Salute, True King. I'm pissed off because the Yankees, once again, Brian Cashman is not trying to let this team win a damn World Series. He is already setting this team up for failure once again in 2022. So let me get this right. You plan on, if the rumors are true, if the reports are true, giving Corey Seager, an injury-prone player, $300 million for a 7-year deal. I know Corey Seager is one of the best left-handed batters out there. He played great for the Dodgers for years, and he's a shortstop. And now you're willing to go out there and make him the highest-paid player on the Yankees before Aaron Diaz. I know we need players that shortstop position. I know we do, but why you gonna give that type of money to a guy who, one, injury prone, two, you don't know how, two, you don't know if he can play, if he's gonna be a Gold Glove winning shortstop. Basically, you're gonna have Seager on shortstop, Glover Torres at second base, probably DJ LeMahieu at third, and at first base, maybe Anthony Rizzo. Now another report is true. You think about bring back Rizzo, who's on the downside of his career, who's 32 years old, and he's showing signs of being on the downside of his career. Instead of you trying to trade away some of that high paid salary to try to get Matt Olson from the Oakland A's. So you willing to take a guy. You willing to not trade for a guy who can probably hit you 39 home runs, 111 RBIs. Because Matt Olson can do that. He's 27. He's in his prime right now. He's in his prime right now. I say, hell, let's try to work the deal with the Oakland A's to get Matt Olson to the New York Yankees. A 27-year-old future Gold Glover who can probably hit 39 home runs, 30 to 40 home runs, and 111 RBIs, and probably can move like a cat at first base. So I know Rizzo is a Gold Glover, but why would you want to pay $60 to $70 million for somebody who's on the downside of the career, who probably going to come back next year and probably hit something like 18 to 20 home runs, give you 65 to 70, 65, probably 70 RBIs, who going to probably end up hitting like 266 or 254. When you got a guy like Matt Olson for the A's, who can probably not only hit for batting average, hit for power, and probably hit runners in. And like, can you imagine that? You have earned hits. Hold on. You have Matt Olson, earned hits. I mean, not earned hits, because I got something to say about that one right there. Aaron Judge, Carlos Carlos Stanton. Three guys who can not only hit for average and power and bat runs in. Three guys who can do that. And be honest with you, if I'm Yankees, I said I know Carl really want to be a Yankee. I would say, fuck it, give him the money. Give him the money he owes. I tell you, several players that need to leave the Yankees. They need to get rid of Earn Hicks. Earn Hicks. Gary Sanchez. They need a defensive catcher. They need somebody who can actually I understand why they want to keep Gary Sanchez because he can go out there and give you like 23 to 30 home runs, but his average is terrible. We need a defensive catcher who can hit for contact. Somebody who's gonna put the starting rotation in a great spot. And let's face it, Carlos Correa at shortstop will be a good thing for the Yankees. Like if you want to recreate a murder role with the batting order, you got to try to get Matt Ofra and Carlos Correa with Earn Hicks, with Aaron Judge and Carlos Stanton. Imagine trying to pitch against those four guys in the batting order. Imagine trying to pitch around those four guys. That's gonna be a problem for certain pitchers, certain teams. Like you need guys who can hit for average, and you need speed on those bases because I want to talk about this whole Earn Hicks situation. So instead of trying to put Earn Hicks on the trading block, you're gonna bring him back to play center field where he can't move no more. He can't throw the ball no more after that Tommy John surgery. And you know good well the Yankees need speed out there at center field. Because if you're gonna have Joey Gallo and Aaron Judge playing the left and right position, they need a center fielder who can actually move his feet, who can actually have a whole lot of range out there. Like, who can actually catch up with the balls in the gap. Because, matter of fact, I tell you who needs to be playing center field for the Yankees. Hold up, guys. I got check this roster real quick. Well, Polo, man, talk some baseball, man, because Ryan Cashman once again is setting this team up for failure in 2022. Yeah, some of the moves he think about making before the winning meetings are stupid. I don't know why he's signing Rizzo instead of trying to make trades for Matt Olson for the Oakland A's to play first base. Like Rizzo's on the downside of his career, and Matt Olson is 27 years old. He's starting to hit his prime, and Yankee can't use that at the first base. Then you want to bring Aaron Hicks out there who can't throw no more to play center field, who probably can't move like he used to anymore. Like I don't like bringing in a center fielder, not only who can probably play leadoff man, who can probably end up helping him getting on bases, moving the base, because it been a while since Yankee had a leadoff man who can actually be able to steal bases and move. Like it's several moves to me the Yankees need to make, and some of the moves they're thinking about doing are totally stupid, totally don't make no damn sense. And you wonder why they haven't won in 2009. Because Brian Cashman, he thinks more about power hitting instead of trying to get hit for average and trying to make the right choice when it comes to pitching and getting the right batting order intact. Let me see. There's a reason why the Red Sox and the Rays are basically what up, Polo?
Hello, how you feeling, man?
I don't understand why the GM is willing to pay so much money to injury pro players and players who are past their prime, who on the downside of their playing career. That don't make no sense to me.
You talking about in all sports or just
Right
baseball?
now, right now the Yankees are doing right now. Brian Cashman thinking about giving Corey Seager $300 million for 7 years, and Corey Seager has not played a full season in years because he always dealing with the knee and back and wrist. Then he want to bring Anthony Rizzo back. It's gonna cost them around 60 or 70 $1 million, and
Uh huh.
he's on the downside of his career because he's 32 years old. He can't hit for average no more. He can still play defense at first base, but he's not the same hitter like he used to be anymore.
Right.
Then you got another. Then you want to bring back Aaron Hicks, who missed the whole season with a wrist injury, who had already had Tommy John surgery, who can't throw no more at center field. Yeah, he's a force hitter, but you need somebody with speed out there to play center field defense.
Hmm. So I mean, who you think they should go after on the market, Lou? That's on the market. Like, cause you said he's 32, he's on the downslope. But if he was a healthy 32, do you think that that would make a difference? Like him being intact and in shape, but the fact that you said it was his back and his knee.
Anthony Rizzo is 32, and he already showing signs of not being the same player he was in Chicago.
Right, right. But what does he have? What does he have that past injury?
No, he don't have injuries. He can't hit like he used to. He can't
Oh,
work the camp. He can't hit for average no more. Cause
yeah,
when in Chicago, you said like 275, 280, almost 300, 300.
right.
This past season, he only had like 22 home runs, hit like 254, and only had 52 RBIs.
Hmm.
Where if they make a deal with the Oakland A's to get their first baseman, he hit this year the first baseman for the Oakland A's. Everybody talking about they still trying to work a trade to try to get that kid. He's 27 years old. The kid hit 39, 271, 39 home runs, 111 RBIs. And he moves like a cat at first base.
Oh, really?
I'm like, you trying to get rid of Luke Voigt. You trying to get rid of Gary Sanchez. Why don't you trade those two to the Oakland A's for the first baseman? Because Oakland trying to get rid of him because he only got like a year left on his deal.
Right, right. Yeah, that makes sense. I
But
I don't know, man. Like this is like sometimes it could be kind of tricky. Like okay, like for instance, a lot of people were wondering why, like for instance with NBA, a lot of people were wondering why they brought back Trevor Ariza to to the Los Angeles Lakers, right? We know we know damn well that Trevor Ariza is not the same like he once used to be back in his heyday when he was with when he was with LA and when he was with Houston and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? When he was a good defensive player and uh, all that. But some people are still living in this fantasy world that Trevor Ariza, oh, just wait till Trevor Ariza gets back, man. Oh, he's gonna be great, defensively and stuff like that. They're not bringing guys like Trevor Ariza back because Trevor Ariza's on the downslope of his career. So common sense is gonna tell you, okay, hey, look, he's just there for a locker room guy. With baseball, I think with baseball, it's kind of a little bit different, Luke, from the standpoint. Okay, they got guys, man, that play well into they well into their 40s, man, damn near 50.
I'm that GM gonna get rid of a guy once he turns 35.
Cause what, Randy? Let me think. Who?
Now when it comes to pitching polo, that's kind of different because the pitcher can be in his prime
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
all the way up to like 36, 37 years old.
Right,
Like he may lose his fastball, but he still finds ways to get players out with his off speed stuff.
right. I mean, what do you? Okay, let me ask you something, Lou. When we talk about age, okay, like we know that in age, when it comes to age, like for instance in football, right? And you do age by position, like you were just saying about how like a pitcher, you can understand a pitcher. Well, see, in football, like a running back, your shelf life is going, and you play running back, you only got a small window. So motherfuckers is gonna try to get they gonna try to get their money as fast as they can. That's why Le'Veon was trying to hold out, and all them other guys were trying to hold out because they know that you got a short clock for that shit. Whereas with a quarterback or with a lineman, and to a degree, like a tight end or receiver or something like that, you have a little bit more time to play well into your 30s. I think like when it comes to like baseball though, they don't really they don't really even be really like looking at it like that because baseball's such a long ass season, man. We talking about how many games out of the year?
162 games,
Exactly.
a regular season.
Nigga, hey, hey Lou, an NFL schedule is 17 goddamn games. An NBA schedule is 82 damn. A baseball schedule is 100. So
152
what
regular
I'm
season, and basically playing like 182 game season plus
exactly,
playoffs.
nigga, that's hey, nigga, Lou, nigga, that's your motherfucking life.
No, season starts in May, end in November.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is that if they move me if I'm 32, I'm not looking at it as a downslope on my career. You know why? Because I'm like, damn, I could go somewhere else and be a good fit, somewhere else if they don't want me. Now everybody wants to play for the Yankees and put that uniform on, but the same token, baseball money, people want that money.
But Polo, Aaron Judge's contract is coming up, and they said they saying he may end up getting like 186 million for a 5 year deal. He's like 29 years old. I'm cool with that. By the time that 5 years up, then Yankee probably gonna move on from him. And when you play for the Yankees, you come there to win championships. If you don't do it in your prime, then they gonna call your career as a Yankee a failure.
Shit, the Yankees though
Hey, 27 time World Series champions. You when you
yeah,
play for the Yankees, like you play for the Lakers, you play for
yeah,
these organizations like the Steelers, the 49ers, you gotta go there. You play to win championships.
right. I understand that.
Think about all the Yankees greats that played there over in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s.
But this is a different time though, Lou.
Different time. Hey, it may be different time, but you gotta have the same results. You go when you go play the Yankees, you go win championships.
These these guys, man, people are smarter now. Uh, franchises are smarter now. Like, okay, you used to be able to be like, like remember Lou back in the days when you used to be like, you know what, man, that team, nah, they ain't, you can't look at them like that no more. Like the Warriors. Like for a while, nobody was even paying attention to the Warriors. Now, guess what? Like you say, like with the Yankees and the Lakers and the 49ers and all these other stuff like that you mentioned. Guess what? When you walk up in there, guess what? Their expectations are high. So like some of these teams, like what's it called? The even though the Clippers haven't won anything, they still have a level of expectation. Like when you walk into that building, even though there's no banners up or something. these teams are thinking different. They trying to think on the level of a Yankees, of a Red Sox. Shoot, even the Astros. You say what you want. Of a Cubs or not the Cubs. Who was um who won it the year before the Astros? Blue.
The Dodgers.
Yeah, the Dodgers. Well, of course the Dodgers. But the year
They have
before that,
another application too, and they had to spend money just to make sure they won that championship. Because think about it, the Dodger teams will make it to the World Series almost every year. When Matt Johnson brought that team with the
right,
other people, they knew they had to spend money just to make them championship contender.
right, right. Well, okay. So you said that you gonna get rid of the guy by the time they 30.
35.
Right. Even if they are great, because you got 35s that are good. Like everybody can't be a LeBron James 35.
Basically, you get your 10 to 7 year contract about the time you're like 28 or 29 years old.
Uh-huh.
Like Carter Beltran. So the reason why St. Louis didn't bring him back because he wanted a 10 year contract,
Right.
and the Angels gave it to him. He
Uh-huh.
when the time he got that contract, he was like around 30 years old. And by the
Right.
time he hit 35, 36, he wasn't the same hitter like he always been because he suffered all those leg injuries.
Yeah. Who you got winning out of the Stros and the Braves, man?
I want Atlanta to win, but if Dusty Baker wins, I'm cool with that because he deserved a World Series championship after what happened in 2002.
Uh-huh. I thought you were gonna say the Braves. I thought you said I thought you wanted the Braves to win because of all the allegations or the cheating stuff.
With the Astros.
Yeah.
No, I would like to see Atlanta win because I did used to watch the Braves team growing up as a kid in the '90s.
Uh-huh.
But if Dusty gets it, because it ain't too many black managers who have won World Series. I can't remember the last one who ever did it, but it'd be great to see a black manager win a World Series because Dusty Baker had a chance in 2002, but that Giants team lost to the Angels.
Atlanta Atlanta man is trying to become a hot they've always been a hot market, but in terms of the sports, I really think that they trying to all bring them back because you see they all starting to make their way back with the exception of the Falcons. Got motherfucking Hawks, man, feeling themselves. Nate McMillan talk about he wanna bring it back to where it's tough to play. Then you got the Braves. They up in here, man. They in the World Series and shit. The only thing that's lagging is the Falcons right now. And then Georgia number one in football. You know, so
Hey,
they
Atlanta been playing okay. Like they won the game they're supposed to win. Like other than that, like when they start playing these division games, it's over. It's over and done for them.
talking about the Hawks.
The Falcons.
Oh, the Falcons, man. What's their record right now, man?
I think it's like 3-5 right now.
Yeah, because I know at one point they were they was at the bottom. They still at the bottom, though, man. Because I remember they got beat real bad by Philly. What you think they gonna do with Fields, man? You know the media really been on his ass, man.
I don't know what they're gonna do with him.
You think they
They third.
give him? You
The
think they
Falcons are like third in their division.
because it's like now if you're not Kyler Murray, if you're not Lamar Jackson, if you're not Aaron Rodgers, if you're not Dak Prescott, nigga, you know you got to you got to come with it, man.
I guess I just want to see what's going to happen tonight. Is like the Cardinals. They lost their defensive end. They lost J.J. Watt for the season.
Yeah, J.J. White, yeah, he gonna be out for the season.
Yeah, he may be done. His career may be over.
That's what I was gonna ask you, Lou. Man, I'm glad you brought that shit up, man. So you think it's over for Jay? You think it's over for JJ?
Too many damn injuries. Too many injuries. It may be the time to wrap it up.
And that's a good point because Lou, that motherfucker, man. And you know who I blame for that? I blame the whole entire Houston Texans organization. They overworked J.J. Watt, man. They ran that motherfucker to the ground and didn't want to try. They showed some life as far as putting some pieces around him, but they still could have did a lot better. And it didn't help that Bill O'Brien. I wasn't a fan of his.
Well, but Deshaun Watson, they found that like it's gonna be a Miami Dolphin by Tuesday.
I'm telling you.
So that means they're gonna trade for Tua. Tua gonna be a Houston testing on Tuesday.
And Mark Ingram, they just Mark Ingram came back to the Saints.
I look at this situation with Deshaun Watson going to the Dolphins.
Uh huh.
Uh, it's hard to say if you're gonna have great success in that division.
Why?
Cause Buffalo ain't going nowhere. I think New England is gonna be coming back. It's gonna be back to form. I say in 2 to 3 years, maybe next year.
Wait. Why you don't think Buffalo ain't going nowhere?
No, I say Buffalo not going nowhere. They're gonna still be good in that division.
Oh, you okay? I thought you meant like they're not going nowhere as far as success.
When it comes to that division, Buffalo gonna still be good because you gonna still have their quarterback have not reached his prime yet. Then you got New England. Matt Jones can probably a better quarterback what he is. Next year he gonna be time we got reach his prime. Then the Jets, the Jets. I don't know what's gonna happen with the Jets. Like if you do when they do get to Deshaun Watson, they better come up with a great game plan to help that organization be a winner.
Right.
Cause I don't think Miami was Deshaun Watson's first choice, but he got no choice right now. What other organization gonna give him a chance? They were
Well,
talking about him. eh, If I remember right, they were talking about him going to Carolina.
it was Carolina and it was Philly.
Yeah, and now like I think Philly would have been probably a better choice than Carolina. Cause Philly,
Man, I like Hurts upside, man. And I don't want them to I don't want them to give up on Hurts like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't give up on Kyler Murray. Even though Murray, that was a slightly different situation. He kind of had to, wait a little bit. And then
the
I don't
problem,
want them
the
to give up
problem
on
with
Fields
the
because
problem with
Fields,
them right now, like they're looking at you gotta look at it like this too. I think Philly's gonna be good, but they gotta give him an offensive line.
yeah, you said that. You said that
But
when
you got
they played
but
us.
you may see Philly try to break it down and release and trade half they on roster.
Hey Lou, I had to ask you too, because you said you could see Philly being good like in the next 2 3 years,
Yeah,
and I'm trying to think to myself, what was it because of the defense or was it because of the as soon as they get their receiving together?
I say it's because of the defense. Cause think they always had a whole lot of injuries when Carson Wentz was there. It wasn't at the wide receiver position and or the O line. The defense always had injury too. And now that Carson Wentz is at a place where you don't got a whole lot of injury problems, you see how he's playing right now.
Right.
Like Carson Wentz to me wasn't a bad quarterback. It's just the fact that he was always getting injured and he always had to deal with
Still
O
getting
line.
injured. He getting injured while he in India. It was the coach.
Yeah,
He got hurt in practice in the off season. Preseason. He got hurt in the beginning of the season.
like look at my team, the 49ers. They've been dealing with injuries for the last 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
And and people say, "Oh, Cal Shanahan don't know how to coach the team. He don't know what to do with the team." Like, no, he know what to do with the team. He can't help it that every guy keep on getting season injuries. You got that guy getting injured. Got that guy being out for the season. Like right now, our tight end ain't playing right now because he's on the injury report. Um, Kittles. Now Debo's on the injury probable cause. He ain't probably ain't gonna play against the Birds Sunday.
Right. Now, look, I, I'm gonna say, look, this is my thing about the 49ers. Y'all are gonna go somewhere. I'm not going to. The 49ers are one of the teams that I'm not going to sleep on because I know that people are sitting here and they're like, oh yeah, the 49ers, da 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 da. Hey, they better than Seattle right now. I could tell you that much.
It's like I always look at it like it when certain
They better
teams.
than Atlanta right now.
I know, but Polo only two like in that division. You can't afford to have injuries and lose game because only two teams from that division can go to playoffs.
Right.
And right now, the 49ers are behind the Rams and the Cardinals right now, and that's not good.
Yeah, y'all gonna listen. Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm telling you, bro. He he's hey, I'll put to you like this, Lou. Jimmy Garoppolo better than he better than Flacco. And guess where Flacco just went to?
Detroit.
Yep.
The Ram did Jared Goff wrong, man. That how you gonna do that, man, like that?
Well, I mean, Lou, look what they doing now with Stafford.
And you think they couldn't win like that with Goff?
No, Goff was great. Goff was great in the, up until crunch time, man.
Yeah.
They, hey, I thought the Rams were gonna win it. I'm gonna be real with you, Lou. When they beat uh Dallas, I said to myself, this is it. They gonna win it. I thought they were gonna win it that year. And Jerry Goff, look what he's doing now with the Lions. Look
He
at their
got no
record.
help.
Huh?
He got no help.
Nigga, they got, hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you what, Detroit, now the way that you're talking about Philly, that's the way I feel like about Detroit. Because Detroit, they whole secondary are young. They motherfucking team is young, man.
Yeah, sorry about that. Ow. Like I got nothing against Rizzo. I got nothing against Seager, but I don't think they're the right fit for the Yankees next year. But I don't think Aaron Hicks can play for the Yankees no more. But if Cashman brings them, bring them back, hope for the best. That's all I gotta say. Hope for the best and hope Cashman knows what he's doing because I don't run the Yankees. Half time burner, trusting Cashman because your time burner will not stand for anything like this. Like there's a reason why they called George Steinbrenner the boss because he was he knew how to hire the right people to help build a championship a team. Even when they was losing games, they still had found ways to go to the World Series. And it's been 2009 since since they last been to the World Series and did something. So, as a Yankee fan, just like me, all we gotta do hope for the best. Other than that, I want to thank Trudy King for stopping by. Thank Polo. Um, thank for everybody for all support, and all the feedback y'all been giving me. Other than that, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the share button, let everybody know about my channel, and go and go Yankees, and holler at y'all later. Peace.